know the Howard is the best, but and the Gallo, some people say is the best. So I'm actually going to give you 2 loadouts, or 2 class setups, one for the Howard and one for the Gallo. I'm going to go to round about, I don't know. I'll give you guys some gameplay of me playing with it, using it. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm just going to give you guys some class setups, and I'm going to show you how, just tell you exactly what they do. You can go figure out for yourself exactly how it feels, but I am telling you that these are good. So what you want for the muzzle is you want the agency choke, so you can get that increased equipment drop rate, and you can get that high hip fire accuracy increased and the tighter ADS braid. That is going to be very useful. You want the barrel to be, you actually want the barrel to be the hammer forged barrel, so you get that extra fire rate, because this thing's already powerful, so with more fire rate it's going to be awesome. So that. For the body, you are going to want the Ember sighting point. For magazine, Spetsnaz 6 round tube. You don't want a thing, but you are going to want a no stock. Actually, no. You want this, the marathon stock. And there is your class. Boys, let me just put on my pretty baby. So that is the class for the Howard. Now for the Gallo, you're going to want to use a lot of the same things. Here, just see. So for the sight, I use the Microflex LED. You don't need a sight, but it's kind of helpful in some situations. Again, you're going to want the agency choke for all of that extra goodness. For the barrel, you're going to want the 24.8, what's it called? 0.8-inch task force barrel, because this thing doesn't have the best damage, but it's very quick at shooting. So you want to increase its weakness. You want to decrease, you want to strengthen the weakness, so that's not weak there anymore. You want the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser sight, the Spetsnaz 12 round tube, and there you go. And you won't ring of fire on both of these unless, I mean, it really depends on your situation. But those are going to be the classes for zombies. So that's just your bonus little zombies class. We are going to go ahead and there's one more class I'm going to give you guys. For the PPSH. So what you want for the muzzle is going to be the KGB Eliminator for that increased equipment drop rate and the 17% vertical recoil control. For the barrel, you're going to want the 15.7-inch task force barrel. For the body, you're going to want the Guru 5 milliwatt laser sight, so you got the hip fire accuracy. Under barrel is the Spetsnaz grip. Actually, no, Spetsnaz speed grip. The magazine will be the Spetsnaz 71 round drum, because when you get this thing packed, it gives you about 222 rounds per mag, which is very helpful. The handle should be the Spetsnaz field grip, because you don't want to ruin your sprint to fire time too much, but you do want a little flinch resistance. Stock is going to be the marathon stock, so you get some of that sprint to fire time back, and that is your class, boys. So this is for the PPSH. So I gave you 2 shotgun classes and the PPSH class. Now, so if you like SMGs, go with the PPSH in that class. If you like shotguns, you can run with any between those 2. Now, if you like assault rifles, here is a FARA class. So what you want to have for the optic is the Microflex LED, because it takes up less of the least amount of space, and it's like the less blocking. It doesn't block as much from your vision. For the muzzle, you're going to want the KGB Eliminator for that increased equipment drop rate and that vertical recoil control. For the barrel, you're going to want the Spetsnaz RPK barrel, so you can get that extra damage, effective damage range, and bullet velocity. For the body, you're going to want the Emperor sighting point for the increased salvage drop rate and the hip fire accuracy. You may take away sprint to fire time and aim down sight time, but that is a-okay. Spetsnaz speed grip, sorry, I gotta change these, because you want to be able to run fast in this game, in zombies. VDV 50 round fast mag, because again, the bigger the mag, the better. Because when you pack a punch, it gives you even more. Plus, this is a fast mag, so this will even reload even faster, and it will be very helpful for us. The glue elastic wraps to take away all that aim down sight time disadvantage from all the other things for flinch resistance and aim while going prone. You're not going to be going prone in zombies, but still. It does take away a little sprint to fire time and shooting move speed. That's why we have the wire stock to increase that sprint to fire time back up. So there's your assault rifle class. So now, if you were trying to use pistols, alright, you are going to want, if you're going for critical kills, use the singular, just use this loadout right here. So if you're just using one of them. So you want the SOCOM Eliminator for that increased equipment drop rate and the 17% plus vertical recoil control. It's going to be very helpful. You want the 6.4 inch task force barrel for the extra damage, effective damage range, and bullet velocity. For the body, you're going to want the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser sight for that hip fire accuracy. It does take away a little bit aim down sight time, but that is okay because we have things to fix that. For the magazine, you want the Spetsnaz 25 round because it gives you 3 more bullets, and you never know, 3 bullets can save your life. Handle airborne elastic wrap so we can take away all that disadvantage from the aim down sight time that we lost. Flinch resistant and aim while going prone. Again, we're not going to go prone in this game because it's zombies, but it does increase our shooting move speed and our sprint to fire time, but that is fine with this. So now, if you're going to be doing dual wield, you want to take off the handle and you want to put on dual wield. Alright. Now, if you just want to have overall fun, what I would recommend is the nail gun. There's no attachments for it, but if you just want some fun, it's really good. It's really fun to use. It's just an all-out fun gun to use. And if you want to use a launcher, use the RPG-7. Even though you should never, ever use a sniper. If you're going to use an LMG, you are going to be using the MG82. For tactical rifles, again, you're going to be using the M16, which I can give you a class for that right now. So I use the Quick Dot LED, the SOCOM Eliminator, the Task Force barrel for that increased damage, bullet velocity, and effective damage range. It does decrease our recoil control, but that is fine because we have other attachments to fix that. Body, Tiger Team Spotlight, so we can get that increased salvage drop rate. The underbarrel is going to be the SFOD speed grip, so we get that sprinting move speed and the horizontal recoil control. We do lose movement speed, like walking speed and shooting move speed and aim walking movement speed, but that is okay. For the magazine, Spetsnaz 54 round, you definitely want to keep with the Spetsnaz 54 round because the M16 does actually slow at pulling up. You do want to be using the speed tape, so you have the least amount of, like, you know what I mean, like, least amount of cons to this gun. And you want to use the buffer tube for that sprint to fire time, and it does decrease our hip fire accuracy a little bit, but that is a-okay because you're not going to be hip firing much with this unless you're in a close situation. But then it's fine, it already has good hip fire accuracy. So those are all classes that you can use. And if you do want another assault rifle class, it's not the best, but it's fun. So you want to use, for the XM4, you want to use a SOCOM Eliminator for increased equipment drop rate, vertical recoil control. Barrel, you want to use the 13.7 Ranger for the bullet velocity so that you can hit them before they come closer to you. The body, the Tiger Team Spotlight for the increased salvage drop rate. The underbarrel, the Field Agent grip so that you can have more control over it, because this gun's, it has good control, but it's not the best. You don't want the SLV speed grip because you already run pretty fast with this. The magazine needs to be the Spetsnaz 50 round so that you can keep that aim down sight time good. And that's about it, boys. And also, you don't want to be using Frenzy Guard. I just trying to do something. But yeah, use Ring of Fire. So that's it, boys.